Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Sammy Plans. In today's video, I am going to be going through the process of my quarterly refresh for Q2, reevaluating my goals. This is actually the 6-month mark of the year, which is exciting. And so I really wanted to sit down, go through this process with you guys, and reevaluate my goals for the next quarter and for the next 6 months of 2024. So if that sounds like fun, let's sit back, relax, and I will be right back. Alrighty, you guys, welcome. I thought to kick off this video, we could look at my reflection for June, kind of chat about that really quickly, and then move into the goal refresh because we need to know where I have been to know where I want to go. And so here is my refresh for June. I did use some of my Moxie markers to add some color, and I just love how this page turned out. But some of my biggest wins this month were finishing my master's program. I am so proud of myself for doing this and for how fast I did it. I did not think I would be able to get it done this quickly, but I was able to get my master's in 45 days, which is mind-blowing. But I'm so proud of myself and all my hard work. I treated it like a second full-time job, and I got work done. But now, in the next couple months, I will be walking. I'm going to be walking and graduating from Western Governors University and getting my Master's of Science in Curriculum and Instruction, which is super exciting. I also lost 6 pounds this month, which is big because this year with my health has been all over the place. And so I'm super happy that I have lost a little bit of weight. Reading 3 books this month. It's also been great. Enjoying my summer. Even though I've been working my butt off getting my master's completed, I have enjoyed my summer and have learned how to rest and relax a little bit more. So super proud of that. And then turning 27. It was my birthday this month. And actually, when this video goes live, is my birthday. But we're just going to say turning 27. That is a win. Another year around the sun. And I don't know, I feel like year 26 was hard in a lot of ways, but it was also great in a lot of ways, and I'm excited to see what comes when this year, as I am officially in my late 20s. Some things that are currently working in my life are following my summer routine, getting back into working out slowly, and then reading. Since I started my master's in May, I kind of put off reading for fun just because I didn't feel like I could juggle both working on my master's as much as I was and reading for fun. And I mean, reading for fun is the one that got dropped. And it's been nice in June being able to slowly bring that back to life. I mean, I read 3 books this month, and I'm excited to read more in the future. I also just feel like I've had a mindset shift. Like, I feel more happy, more positive, more optimistic for what's to come. And I don't know, I just feel like mentally I'm on a good high right now, and I want to keep that momentum going. Some things that are not working right now in my life is prioritizing things like scripture study. I just need to do it, and I don't, but I need to figure out how to make that work in my life. Eating out too much. We did eat out a lot in June, but there was a lot going on. So we're going to give ourselves grace there, but I do want to acknowledge that. And then some impulsive spending. What I learned this month is hard work pays off in the end. Just keep going. And I got that from working on my master's and completing it. And honestly, learning that, seeing from start to finish, accomplishing a goal, because I really don't feel like I've accomplished anything huge in my life. Like, I have done things, but I don't know, just being able to see that in this funk that I have been in has excited my soul, really, and I want to do more things. And so it's just really exciting. Some improvements or adjustments I need to make this month or next month, July, is first off, I want to start out knowing that July is a fresh start. January and July are probably a couple of my favorite months just because of that whole new year mindset that I get from those months. July obviously isn't the beginning of the year, but it's that 6-month mark, and it's like, hey, what have I accomplished in the last 6 months, and what can I accomplish in the next 6 months? That's kind of how I view it. And it's a fresh start, and I'm excited for that. Now that I'm done with school, I want to focus on updating, changing any of my goals that might have changed over the past 6 months, because I know some have, and you are allowed to do that. And I just want to go in and knock stuff out. I want to accomplish more and make 2024 the best year yet. Some things that I'm grateful for right now: I'm grateful for my husband, Sean, and my daughter, Emery, and especially my parents. They are amazing, and I know I would not be where I am right now with accomplishing getting my master's without them. They're amazing. They told me up front when I was going through the application process and I was feeling super stressed about going back to school with a child, and my mom said, hey, if you get this done during the summer or work on it during the summer, you can bring her over and we will watch her and just work on it as much as you can each day. And I was like, okay, I am not going to pass up that offer, and that is extremely generous of you. And so every day, basically, Monday through Friday, since May 1st, she has been going over there and playing with Grandma and Grandpa so I could get my work done. Because my husband, he also is going to school, so he wasn't able to watch her during the week, and he also works. And so it has just been a super big blessing, and I'm super grateful for them. Also, just nature and life itself. We've been going on a lot of walks this month. We have a nature trail in our neighborhood, and just walking over there and just through the neighborhood and going on drives, like, I just feel like I've kind of become one with nature in a way, and I'm noticing it more, and I'm noticing its natural beauty and how everything kind of like goes together. And I'm so grateful for my life, and I feel like I'm noticing these things since having my miscarriage, just because I've been thinking about life a lot and like, what's the meaning of life? Why do certain things happen in life? How can I get through this and make my life better? Those types of things. And I don't know, I'm just super grateful for that and everything that God has created and put in my life. And then the chance to breathe and relax. I am just super grateful that I've been able to have my summer break and rejuvenate myself and rest to get ready for next school year. Some habits I want to nurture next month is daily reading for fun, scripture study, saving money, and then drinking more water. And then the area I want to focus on next month, I have combined 2 of them into one, and that is health and spiritual wellness. I just want to make sure that I don't give up on my health goals. I keep pushing through. And then spiritual, I just want to become more connected with God. I want to prioritize my scripture study. I want to prioritize actually getting more out of going to church and all of that stuff. Like, I need that connection right now, and so we're gonna do it. And overall, this month, I'm gonna rate it a 7. I normally rate it lower. I hate having to rate my months because I always look at the bad things and what could have went better. But this month, we're not doing that. We're looking at the positive, and we are celebrating what actually happened and was good, and I'm giving myself a 7. And so that's my reflection for the month. Let's now jump into that goal refresh. So after I do my monthly reflection for June, I like to sit down and reflect on my goals before I do the quarterly refresh compass assessment stuff. And so I open back up to the beginning of my planner where I have my goals. I pull out a notebook and I do a mid-year goal refresh. I do this because it's been 6 months, and what's happened in the last 6 months has changed since the beginning, and some things that I may have thought I wanted to do may not be as important now because things change, or I'm sticking with things and I want to keep making progress on them. It just all depends on what's going on. And so I just want to share with you guys this process really quickly of what I do. And like I said, I just do this in a notebook and it's just breaking down my goals. And so for personal, what I do is I write down the category first, and then I write out my goal, which was prioritize my life with what makes me happy. I write down any progress that I have seen or I've made, and then I break it down by what's working and what's not working. And so that way I can kind of get an idea of what can I focus on in the next 6 months. And so as you can see, I've done this for all my goals, just going through, breaking it down. For some goals like work and learning, I'm only focusing on one thing, which is my master's degree. And I don't feel like anything has not worked because I'm just moving through that degree right now. And so I just wrote for working, we'll have my master's degree this year because I am finishing all that up and getting ready for graduation. I also like to make notes to myself. So for work and learning, I wrote, I'm slowly enjoying my job and feel like the work I do matters. I feel like that could have gone underneath progress as well, but it's just a thought that I had after I did that. And I like making those notes because it helps me know that what I'm doing is working and I am achieving my goals slowly. So as you can see over here, breaking things down a little bit more for each thing. And then we have the last 3 right here. For physical environment, my goal was just to follow a cleaning routine, and I am following that cleaning routine. And so I didn't really feel like I needed to break anything down for that. And then what I do is a second half overview. I was going to break it down by month, but then I just decided to make a list of all the things that I wanted to do in the next 6 months. And I color coded it using my Moxie dots just to kind of give me an idea moving forward of how I want to use my goals to guide me and to figure out what I want to do to feel like I have accomplished more within my goals before the end of the year. And so that's this list. You can do this. I feel like this was a really nice brain dump exercise just to kind of help me realign myself and be like, hey, this is what I want to focus on. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to be using the same notebook. I have the Makselife compass assessment pulled up on my laptop next to me, and I'm going to go through this. I have heard that you're not necessarily supposed to or need to do the assessment every time, but I like to just because I feel like it helps me get a more concrete number, because when I just put a number, I do that based on emotion, and I don't know if that's as accurate as it should be. And so I really like to ponder the questions that they have within the assessment to do this. I feel like it's a more, I guess you could say, scientific or mathematic way about doing it. But I'm going to do this, calculate my scores. I also, if you only do it at the beginning of the year, I would also recommend doing it at the 6 month mark. So right now, just because, like I've said before, things change, goals change. And I feel like these numbers are what is going to help me know what I want to accomplish and guide me in the next 6 months. So I'm going to speed up this part just so you don't have to sit here watching me put down numbers. You can print out the assessment. They have it in their printable library, but I just thought I would save some paper, use my notebook, and jot down the numbers and then figure all that out on my own. So we're gonna speed this part up and I will be right back. All right, you guys, we are back. I know I said that I was gonna like film me doing this part and like doing the actual calculations, but then I decided that probably wouldn't be fun watching me, even in like fast motion, writing down all these numbers and doing math. And so I decided to skip that part. And we're just jumping right in to the quarterly compass. I've already filled it out just to kind of show you where I'm at in each area. And we're going to talk about it. I decided to use my Moxie Dot markers to fill out the actual compass, and then I just wrote at the top what each score is, and then I also have them off to the side. So my current scores are looking pretty good. There are some scores that remained the same, but there are some where there was growth and some that there weren't, which is okay. So my current score is a 7.1, where if I round that, I would just keep that as a 7. And then my previous was a 6.8. And so when I round that up, it would also be a 7. So we remain the same. But honestly, I feel good about that because I've still made progress. And actually, I think I'm going to do it. I just had this thought. I'm going to go through really quick with my Moxie markers and highlight the areas where I've made progress, because I want to celebrate that. I know most of them stayed the same, and one of them dropped. But you know what? This is good. Small progress is still progress. And I went from a 6 to an 8. So I feel pretty good about myself there. So we're just going to click stay the same. I honestly feel good about this too, because this gives me a lot of room to grow. And so I love it. I'm going to quickly fill this out. So what personal actions contributed the most to these results? I think just doing weekly check-ins with my goals, and figuring things out until they worked. And I'm referring mostly to my 2 highlighted sections. With my routines, it was just figuring out. I'd try something. If it didn't work, I'd change it up a little bit. Same with my cleaning routine and cleaning in general. Like, I made a schedule and I reevaluated things. I gave myself grace some days, and so I don't know. I just want to acknowledge that. And then some things did the same, because that's just how life goes sometimes. Like, I'm focusing on 8 different aspects of my life, and so I feel like I'm going to be growing a little bit slower than someone that's just fully committed to like a health journey. And so if you only have one goal for the whole year, you're going to put in so much more time. towards that goal. And I just want to make sure people understand that. So when they are doing a goal assessment or whatever, and you only see like, oh, I only make progress in 2 areas out of 8, I suck. No, you don't suck. You're trying to juggle 8 different balls in your life. And yeah, some are going to stay the same. Some might drop a little bit. And so you just got to pick those wins. I don't know. That's just how I'm feeling right now. 3 words describe how you generally felt over the past 90 days. I felt motivated. I also felt, I don't know, I'm trying to think of some good words. I should have thought about this beforehand. I felt creative in some aspects. And curious. I like those. Where is my biggest opportunity of growth? What area of life will be my main focus for the next 90 days? That is going to be health. I am going to focus. My biggest focus, or my big focus, we'll do that. Big focus is health. And I'm going to put finances as well. Just because those 2 stayed the same, but they're also my 2est lowest scores. And so from here, I am going to use the dot portion of my marker to mark where I want to be in the next 90 days. So with personal, I don't know, maybe this is just me, but in my head, no one's a 10. I don't feel like I will ever score a 10 on this. I've never given myself a 10 on the assessment. The highest I've ever given myself is 9. Just because that's just how my brain works. Like, I don't know. I just don't think no one's perfect. I want to give myself room to grow. And so there will never be a 10. But I think I want to strive for a 9. We'll see. We'll see if we get to that 9. If not, I'm honestly very content with an 8. Because I have been lower before. With fun and recreation, I want to also be at a 9 here. I feel like I can do that. I feel like there's just some little things I have to tweak. Same with work and learning. I know things are going to change once I get that master's degree and actually graduate. And so definitely looking forward to that. Family and relationships. I don't want to just strive for 9s this whole way through, but I feel like that's kind of what I'm going to do. I think with my family, I'm going to go for an 8. Not because I don't have faith in my family or that area of life, but there are some questions that are asked about like trauma and boundaries and things like that. And there's no issues like with my husband and I or anything like that, but with other family members that I'm continually learning how to mend, if that makes sense. Health and wellness, I would like to go up to an 8, so that's where I'm going to shoot for, but honestly, if I get a 7 next time, I will be proud of myself. Spiritual growth, I want to get back up to an 8. I feel like that was a good place to be, and I did drop down to a 7. Financial, I'm at a 6. I feel like I could get up to an 8 there as well, considering what I'm trying to do. So let's do it. Let's just see how high we can get. And if we don't get there, it's fine. There's always room for growth. And then once again, back to physical environment. I'm gonna shoot for a 9, but I'm content with an 8 also in that area of life. But this feels good. This is a good place, I feel like, to be with breaking down my goals, talking about my monthly reflections and everything there, and then going through the quarterly compass. I have a good idea of where I want to be in these next 6 months and how I'm going to break down my goals for July and just moving forward. So anyways, that's it for this video. I just thought it would be fun to share this process with you guys, go through it all, and then in July, I'll share my monthly setup video for my monthly spread, and then I will talk a little bit more about my goals for the month of July. So anyways, don't forget to like this video, you guys. Thank you so much also for joining me here today. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my planning content here on YouTube. And until next time, guys, I will see you all later. Bye.